Yes, folks, you know what time it is. It's the show All That with your host Solomon Saul Whitfield, coming from Studio 215. As you know, we're being broadcast on the WARCradio.com platform. You know that because you've been out there listening to some of the radio shows that they have. It's an internet radio show. And one of the ones that I found was An Outsider View with Steve toMORROW. And very provocative show. Steve comes from the legal field. He's a lawyer, and he brings all his discipline to his writings and also to his radio show. So by all means, go out and check him out. The Car Corner, or the Triangle, the Car Triangle as we like to call it here on All That show, consists of 3 automobile related companies. First one is CarinaMotors.com. If you need any type of transportation, let me go back and say any type, contact CarinaMotors.com and they will help you with your transportation needs. We have the vehicle. Transportation needs are met. Now we need to fix the transportation because somebody ran into it. Put a dent in it, scratch the paint, something, whatever. The car's not looking the way that you want or is not able to run because it was in an accident. Contact Caliber Auto Repair and ask for Ray. And that was CaliberAutoRepair.com. We're going to have some mechanical issues with vehicles, and the one that fulfills the last part of the triangle, the last angle, is Delicio Auto Repair. For all your European cars and domestic, but mainly European cars, that is the place to go to. So now that we have the car triangle taken care of for you guys, let's talk about tonight's show. Tonight's show, 06/29/18, theme is Looking Forward to Tomorrow. And I tell you what inspired me about this show here. We're coming up on the Independence Day, the 4th of July. And I was thinking that it might be a great time to get together with my old partner, which is Steve toMORROW with the Outsider's View, and do a show with him to find out how he felt about the 4th of July, Independence Day, and what he was doing to celebrate it, and if he celebrates it, and all that. And it's funny, tonight he texted me with an opportunity. And it's just amazing how some things work. I don't know, evidently we were on the same wavelength, and it all started to come together. And I'm not really worrying or trying to put it underneath a microscope and try to figure out how it all came together, but it was meant to come together, and that's what it did. So I'm excited because one, we're going to do a show tomorrow night. It'll be 06/30 18 Saturday, and he has another guest coming on, and we're back together because my journey with this radio station at this level was started with Steve and Outsider's View, and some way, like anything else, we kind of branched off, and I kind of associated with the Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin situation. If you haven't checked that out, you may not be interested, but it was kind of, Steve's a big fan of Jerry Lewis, and so they split Jerry and Dean over, I forget what it was. And it took a while for their relationship to get back together. I think when Dean Martin's son passed away, Jerry showed up, and then it it closed some wounds for him being there to support him, and then they enjoyed each other's company again. Steve and I were kind of like that. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. But sometimes just people want to grow in different areas. It happens. It's all part of relationship. It happens in marriages. We know about that. Some come, some go, and I'm sure it's true. And I don't say that's a joking thing, but no. But you learn from it, and you've grown. I've grown from it, and I'm glad. So we're talking about doing some things now, which is good. We're still going to have our own shows. He'll have his show, and sometimes I'll come on his show and do something, and sometimes he'll come on all that show and do something, and who knows, and so yeah, it's we're feeling good. We're feeling good, and I'm looking forward to, as I said, to tomorrow. Okay. Today, let's talk about today, because this is not a show where we call somebody else, and this is a show where we just kind of run the mouth here. And like I said, I do that better than most people. That one, I can run the lips, and two, by running those lips, and if you got your ears to it, most likely I kind of got you there. It's like maybe like a Jesse James, kind of getting your time a little bit. And I've learned how to, I think, perfect that. And I'm good with that. So I like to think I'm good with that. So we're there. I had an opportunity today. I had an opportunity today to talk to a gentleman. And he was telling me that he owned a restaurant in Cleveland, downtown. And he was a little disturbed about the tariff that President Trump has put out there for the aluminum and metal, and then how the reaction to these other countries to the tariff. And basically, I think he's saying that, I think most of us are saying, is that it's raising prices. And I think, if I get tariffs correctly, that whoever's on the end of the tariff, the consumers, you and I, are going to feel it. and I think that's what's going on. And I say that because I saw a commercial the other day. I think it was for a Cadillac Escalade. All right, and the commercial was to lease the vehicle. I don't know what the terms were as far as the duration, 2 years or 30 months or whatever. But they were saying that you would be paying $879 a month to lease this car. Now, I don't know how much you put down on the vehicle, but let's say $900. Let's say, what the heck, man? I'm closer to $1,000, man. I'm not that far. $1,000 a month. All right. Now, that's probably, maybe that doesn't mean a lot to a lot of folks, especially some of the young folks that millennials that are listening to me, because I understand the money system or the value system. Present value, future value. A dollar right now is not going to necessarily be worth $1 3 years from now. Okay. Well, most likely, we're always thinking that it's going to incline, it's going to increase. It could go down, but but most likely we're feeling that it's going to increase. But I mean, it's the reason why I bring this up, because it's insane. I mean, and I'm sure with this tariff, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing that we haven't got, that somehow we're not getting, it's not fair as far as trading, but all I've seen is prices go up overnight. Snap your finger, bingo! Something that cost $2 is now $6. Bingo. Let me ask you something. Did your income go up in relationship to that? Nada. I don't think so. So now you're behind the 8 ball. Who's benefited from it? It's not me. I mean, I'm on a fixed income now. It's not I. And I'm sure that's a problem. And evidently, I'm going to have to probably change that. I'm going to have to step up my game. As the travel lady in Detroit said, she was stepping up her game to get back into the, I guess, the desire market. Okay? But, you got to step the game up. Because it costs more to live. And I understand that if you're going to try to make it fair, there's going to be some pain. And hopefully in the long run, majority of the folks will benefit from it. But I don't think so, because it seemed right from the get-go, the rich have just got even richer. And trust me, I don't try to get into politics. Because bottom line, whatever they throw at me, I just got to find another way to deal with it. That's all it is. We throw a boulder. I'm going to try to get out the way of the boulder. Anybody would do that. You would do that. It's just common sense. So if they throw this boulder down here with all these prices, I got to find another way to work with that. So I'm not bitching and complaining, because, if change what you can. What you can't change, don't worry about it. And I feel that if I can change it, if I need to live, I can change it. Let's change it. So it doesn't matter what they throw. But it's just a shout out to all the rest of the folks out there that maybe you don't feel that way. Maybe you feel that it's not fair, it's unfair. And trust me, there's nothing wrong with you feeling that way. You're it's not entitlement. It's just your privilege as being an individual. But whether it's fair and unfair, you still got to deal with it. So if I got to deal with it, let me deal with it the best from a positive point of view, and not from a disadvantage, from a negative point of view. We're going to deal with it. We're going to take negatives. We're going to turn them into positives. We're going to use them as opportunities, okay, to better ourselves. Whether we're growing financially, mentally, spiritually, whatever, we're going to do that. And that's what you do, because that's who you is, as they say. And for me, it's just, hey, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be out here, hanging out with you guys, because I want to say something. If you want to listen, fine. You can critique it all you want, do whatever you want. Well, that's your privilege. One show I did, I think some folks may think that I guess I'm either could be militant or racist, and I gotta say to you that I can't change your views on things, but the people that know me very well, or really know me, they would probably think that you're probably an idiot or a fool, but you're entitled to be an idiot or a fool. And it's just, all I am about is about fairness. It's not about color of your skin or whatever. It's just about across the board. What's right for one is right for all. So look, folks, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Yeah, the show was a little different than normally. And I hope you guys can get a chance to listen tomorrow, Saturday night, because I think it's going to be, something that's, I'm looking forward to it. And the folks, Steve told me he wants to have fun, so I'm about like having fun. I really don't like to get into the politics, but we can get into it if we have to. It's not a problem. But we'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for giving me this time to hang out with you. Good night. From all that, your host, Solomon Saul Whitfield. Good night.